This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
I grant you roaring flame. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth it.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Let's take it.
Battle is best avoided here.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes. No challenge is beyond our combined might.
I quite agree.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A common reward, frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Goblins, master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
A flawless execution. Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I've been on my feet all day. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
All together now! We attack as one! A focused attack ought end this foe. You have my protection.
If our destination is a distant one,
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here.
It would seem the ox cart's just arrived.
Goblins! If you value your life,
use these flames to smite our enemies.
Seems we drove them off. Right. Back into the ox cart with you, and be...
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
this one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? And you, and no other, are the sovereign. Some days pass, the people rejoice, yet no. Your arrival, the assassination of us. Following that, however, I shall devise some plans. This one's cleared of all suspicion.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet.
My head will roll if aught goes awry. Where to now? Let's see. Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
Sir Baron seeks a motivated soldier to inspire the other recruits. Do we not know of such a
Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
It is not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment.
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
You have my support.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook.
Well, could use more places like this.
Oh, what does this say? Shall we take a closer look?
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours. To command.
I dare say, I've accomplished
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, I happen to understand Elvish, Master. Twas a fine adventure we shared. Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been trained. I'm well glad to be traveling. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to... I should only hope I serve to satisfaction. Tis an honor to see you again, Arisen. An unexpected reunion. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As... Fair travels, Arisen. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I'm well glad to be... Good morrow to you, Arisen. I should only hope I serve... Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been training diligently in an unexpected reunion. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As... Fair travels, Arisen. I shall remember you... We meet again, Arisen. I'm well glad to be traveling. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I hope my magic served you well. How might I serve you, Arisen? An unexpected reunion, but you're a welcome sight, Arisen. As the time of our parting has come.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Tis an honor to see you again, Arisen. I'm well glad to be traveling by your side again. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As I'll use this chance to commit myself. Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been training an unexpected reunion. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I should only hope I so.
I had every faith our paths. I'm well glad to be trapped. Yon path leads not to our destination. If weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. All I sought in other worlds was that which might prove a boon in ours.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust. Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here. I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. My master from beyond the rift seeks the sun.
I'm surrounded by whingers on all sides.
Clean and tidy? What else needs doing?
So tired.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Pray, follow me.
This really is fun, craftsmanship.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, 'tisn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I had been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seemed to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all it...
Over here, if you please.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable, and we cannot simply purchase more. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to... He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We shall have to scour high and low.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. No need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own two eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well met. Have you any weapons for me? Good of you to go to the trouble. Many thanks. We'll gladly make use of what you've given us. I've you to thank for that new recruit, aye? The lad's well eager, he is. He fears naught, and he follows my commands with nary a word of complaint. Soldiers like him boost the morale of all around them. His presence bodes well, and I've you to thank for it. There's just one problem. Seeing a lad so spirited, so foolhardy, makes me recall a time when I was much the same. Sets my blood to boiling, you see. Makes me yearn for a bout with a skilled combatant. Need I explain further? I test my steel against yours, friend. What say you? Care to spar with me a bit? Glad to hear it. Follow me, then. Think of it like a game. Whoever steps out first, loses. Simple enough, eh? Seeing as you're no warrior, you do well to strike when I'm off balance. Let's begin. That was well fought. You're even stronger than I'd anticipated. I dare say I needed that. You've my thanks. I've ne'er met anyone like you. You've done more for me this past while than anyone I've known has e'er troubled to. A commendable sort you are. Would that I had some way to repay you for all the good you've done me.
Sir Baron, you must come, and quickly! A goblin pack has descended over by the rope bridge. We're in need of your aid.
My thanks for the report. I'll go at once. Goblins can be dastardly. We'll have need of capable fighters. The more, the better. I'd fain have you at my side, friend, if you'd be willing to join the fray.
Quick! I here! Watch my back!
First, assess the field.
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier. Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Well met.
Oh, could use a rest. There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Randall! What happened? Speak to me, lad!
Sir, we managed to fell the goblins, but then a Cyclops charged us out of nowhere, wounded and enraged. We stuck the beast with arrows till one of them pierced its eye. It fled, but I've no doubt 'twill return.
Never mind that, lad. You survived, and that's what counts. Let's get you back to the encampment, aye? 'twould seem my days of peace are at an end. Do you recall the soldier we met on the road? He was rather badly injured in the goblin melee. They'll want me to take responsibility for that, I just know it. Shan't be long afore I'm forced to resign from my post. I doubt such a thing would be asked of any human instructor. But I'm bestian, aren't I? There's no fighting it. But I'll be damned if I let the troops suffer on my account. In the time that remains to me, I'll get them trained up as best I can.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
This shan't go down well.
Now then, which way?
Let us examine each part. Carefully before we decide. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
I'd hasten home.
I could swear I've seen what's needed here amidst what we have in storage.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I'll crush you if you keep that up.
Fine.
This is where my luck runs out.
There I see it. We trounced our foe well and true. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now. We shall be ill-prepared for battle if we rest over... Ingenious! My own master must hear of this tactic. 'Tis not what I expected. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by